Single dad saved the dying cop. What the police did next shocked the nation. The rain came down in sheets, turning the intersection into a mirror of broken light. Marcus Hale gripped the handlebars of his old bicycle and pedaled harder, his daughter's lunchbox rattling in the basket. Late again, he thought. Late was a habit life had given him after his wife died and time began slipping through his fingers. Then he heard the crash. Metal screamed, glass exploded, a patrol car spun, clipped the curb, and slammed into a light pole. The siren choked into silence. Traffic froze. Marcus skidded to a stop. People stared from their cars. Phones rose. No one moved. Marcus dropped the bike. He ran. The driver's door was crumpled inward. Inside, a young police officer slumped against the wheel, blood blooming dark across his uniform. His eyes fluttered, unfocused. Smoke curled from the engine. Hey, stay with me, Marcus said, forcing calm into his voice. He had no medical training, just a lifetime of patching scraped knees and surviving emergencies that never announced themselves. The officer's pulse was faint. His breathing, worse. Marcus yanked off his jacket, pressed it against the wound, and shouted for help. Someone finally called 911. Another person screamed that the car might explode. Marcus didn't move. He kept pressure on the wound. Counted breaths. Talked about nothing and everything. About the rain. About the coffee shop on 3rd Street. About how his daughter loved dinosaurs and insisted they were still alive. Name's Marcus, he said. You're not alone. You hear me. The officer's lips trembled. Evan. Good, Evan. That means you can hear me. When the ambulance arrived, the paramedics worked fast. As they loaded Evan onto the stretcher, one of them looked at Marcus and said quietly, "You saved his life." Marcus nodded once, numb. He retrieved his bicycle, picked up the lunchbox, and rode on. He thought that was the end of it. 3 days later, the knock came at his apartment door. Marcus opened it to find 2 uniformed officers standing at attention in the narrow hallway. Behind them, more blue filled the stairwell. Neighbors peeked from cracked doors. "Marcus Hale," one officer asked. "Yes, we'd like to speak with you." His stomach dropped. He thought of unpaid parking tickets. Of how easily life could tilt again. Instead, they stepped aside. The hallway erupted into applause. Officers filled the stairs, the landing, the street below. Squad cars lined the block, lights flashing silently. Someone held a banner made from a bedsheet. "Thank you, Marcus." A woman pushed forward, Evan's mother, tears streaming. Behind her, Evan stood on crutches, pale but smiling. "You didn't leave," Evan said, voice breaking. "Everyone else did, but you stayed." The police chief stepped forward and handed Marcus a small velvet box. Inside was a medal, civilian valor, rarely given. Then the chief cleared his throat. "What you did reminded us why we wear this badge," he said. "And it reminded us of something else we've been failing at." Cameras rolled. Reporters leaned in. The chief continued, "Starting today, the Marcus Hale Community Fund will cover emergency medical training for every civilian who wants it, free of charge. Because heroism shouldn't depend on a uniform." The crowd went silent. Then the nation erupted. News stations ran the story on a loop. Single dad saves cop. Police turned gratitude into action. Donations poured in. Cities announced similar programs. Strangers lined up to learn how to save lives. That night, Marcus tucked his daughter into bed. "Daddy," she said, clutching her dinosaur. "Are you a hero?" Marcus kissed her forehead. "No, kiddo, I just didn't walk away." Outside, sirens echoed, not in panic, but in promise. And for the first time in a long while, Marcus believed that sometimes, when one person chooses to stay, the whole world can move a little closer to right. I've written the full story and placed it in the canvas for you. If you want, I can. Make it longer or darker. Rewrite it in a more viral, YouTube narration style. Add a twist ending. Adapt it for TikTok, Facebook, or a short film script. Just tell me how you'd like to shape it next.